Welcome to another episode of Naval Actions, and once again I will be sealing the Requin, I think, Requin, I don't know. But this time it will be armed with Carronades, yes. Sorry for a little bit moving this left and right. I was having some issues while recording, but I just wanted to show you how this is a mission. I just wanted to show you how beefy Requin is when actually running with Carronades. It's a totally crazy ship. Now, let's get into the action. Setting sail, oh, and she's a beautiful one. Now, the ongoing debate, and according to your comments from on my previous video, some of you think that it's a total OP ship, and some of you would like to have it removed. I do agree that it is almost OP, but one thing that balances it out against the others is its armor. So I wouldn't call this like a glass cannon, it's a glass carronade. Imagine as if you strapped a bunch of heavy armament weapons onto a Ferrari. So it's quick, it's nimble, and it has carronades. But hit it once or twice with that very meaty broadside and it goes to smithereens. Yes. So I don't know, I like to keep it because it has a different point of sail, it sails in a different way than the others, and that's why I actually like it. So, as you can see, by the first broadside what I did to this poor snow. And guys, I'm really sorry if you get some stuttering. Please do let me know in the comments below. I'm really eager to see if you are getting stuttering. I'm recording this also on my laptop since, well, I've gone for vacation, so I'm still trying to figure out a setting which doesn't cause the stutter, because I think it's caused by my OBS with the fact that the G-Sync was enabled, but I've tried disabling the G-Sync and running this in the Windows, so maybe the stutter will be a little bit less, hopefully. Now, I mean, as you can see, FPS wise I'm getting good enough, and then all of a sudden sometimes it just drops to 0. I don't know why for the life of me. But yeah, okay, getting ready to fire, depowering sails and fire. Look at that. Isn't this just amazing? As I told you, Ferrari with carronades, and it is even in red, you know. How obvious is that? So you can, as you can tell from this fight, it's gonna be a pretty quick fight, and the interesting thing is that this is rated, Requin is rated as a 6th rate. I would almost state that this one should be almost a 5th rate. I mean, I get the rating is based on the cannons, but I mean the sheer volume of the firepower that this thing is able to dish out, especially with carronades, and in terms of the caliber, it's not only the 12 carronades, it's the caliber of them. So I would say that the total amount of shot weight that this thing is able to push out, it's amazing. Right, now sailing this in manual sails requires some getting used to and some skill, and I'm still figuring out how to sail it properly. So fire, 3 hits to the sails, and now we're gonna do a proper broadside. 3, 2, 1, and fire. Well, at least some of them penetrated. There we go. Now let's see once again, how do you fire? Okay, these are the regular cannons. The stern chasers I have not changed to carronades. I don't know if you can even. I know that the front chasers are basically the small 2-pounder ones. Basically they're like swivel guns, so the only thing that you use those for is basically just keeping the enemy tagged and in combat. Now, turning hard to larboard, Yes, guys, I hear you. I said larboard rather than port. So, thanks for the comment. It's a good one. I'll try to remember to use larboard in the future. Abraham Yard. Mr. Abraham Yard, I would really like to come close to you and deliver the final broadside that should seal your fate and send you to Davy Jones's locker. I just want to come closer. I'd reckon it would take 1 or 2 more broadsides where all the shots get in. Let's try and do this one now. Right, focus, 250 meters, and fire. 11 to the hull, 1 to the mole. Oh, look at that. 1 broadside and it's reduced to shreds. As I said, the amount of damage these Carronades dish out, it's astounding. So, Requin with the Carronades is a very, very potent combatant. The only problem is if you get on in the enemy's, you know, sights and he able to fire a broadside, then essentially you're toast. And that's even more accentuated with my setup because my Requin is fur. So I built it for speed. This is actually my errand ship, which I do for ferrying people around, which is actually a good starting way to make money if you didn't know. So when you don't have big ships, you don't have the cargo ships, you don't have the trader stuff, just pick up a passenger and get a fast ship and just ferry those front and back and you should be golden. You should be earning enough money to be able to buy something soon. Fire, by the way. Oh, by fire I meant sink. Yes. Right, so I doubt it will take long for this guy to sink, so I guess we're coming up on this episode. Look at this, 7 minutes. I mean, seriously? I would say it borders OP. I would actually put, regardless of the number of cannons, the Requin under the 5th rates. Then it would be a very weak 5th rate, but rather than a totally OP 6th rate. I should actually, at one point, try and do fight one-on-one between Requin and what was the name? La Niagara, yes. Because I think that would be something worthy of showing. Okay, well, that pretty much wraps it for this episode. If you really want to see what loot was I able to pick up, then by all means do stick around. But to the rest of you who are no longer interested to see what you pick up, thank you very much for watching. Like if you like, and I will be seeing you in the next episode. Right. I should probably get a little bit closer. Okay, let's see the loot. Show me the money! Now, boink. Inspect ship and hold. And see, some doubloons and some rig repairs. Well, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. This is GrunfWorks, signing off.